Man, you have to understand the vibe back in the early to mid 90s. We were PC gamers, basically walking, talking oddities, and the internet was basically a myth. Getting a new game was like discovering a treasure chest in your backyard. Me and my buddy Eddie would pay ridiculous amounts to import them via airmail just to play stuff like Doom 2 and The Settlers. Our system was simple: pool money, buy one copy, and then do that painstaking crack the protection thing, which usually involved staring at a manual or spinning some code wheel until our eyes bled. It was the only way to afford games without selling a kidney. Then came Trevor. Trevor, the new kid with an ego so big it had its own zip code. He started bragging about his uncle, who apparently owned the gaming equivalent of the Library of Alexandria. We saw dollar signs. We offered him the gamer's sacred oath: you copy our games, we get to copy some of yours. We handed over our pristine, precious discs. Big mistake, huge. Trevor was basically a game-stealing ninja. Over the next couple of months, we'd go to him for our share, and what did we get? Corrupted floppies, discs that looked like they'd survived a car crash and the piece de resistance. Perfectly fine discs with the copy protection manual conveniently missing. He walked away with our entire library, Monkey Island, Doom 2, everything, and we got nothing. Zero. Zilch. Nada. Some of our originals even came back looking like they'd been chewed on by a rabid raccoon. We were furious. This wasn't just theft. It was a full-blown betrayal of the sacred gamer code. Trevor had two things going for him: a gigantic gaming library and a gigantic ego, fueled by a super strict, ultra-Catholic family. He also had a personal vendetta against my love for Queen, constantly mocking Freddie Mercury, calling him gay like it was an insult. Then came the school's mandatory AIDS awareness event. You know, the classic 90s lecture on safe sex, complete with flyers and, naturally, free condoms sitting smugly on the table. I looked at Eddie. Eddie looked at me. One nod. We knew exactly what had to happen. Armed with my ancient inkjet printer, which back then was basically a CIA-grade espionage tool, we got to work. We scanned the AIDS Foundation logo, typed up a letter so formal it could have been written by the Queen herself, and made it look 100% official. Dear Trevor, thanks for your letter. We know it's tough being open about your sexuality, especially after the recent school event. We've enclosed some flyers to help, plus a few condoms for practicing safe sex. Stay safe. We bundled it with every serious-looking brochure and all the free condoms we could grab, and addressed it to Mr. Trevor's dad's full name, because naturally, parents open mail. The next day, Trevor looked like a zombie who had been haunted by a dozen ghosts. He hadn't slept in a week. We played it cool, just casually fishing for info. Turns out, his parents thought he was 100% gay, and I personally reached out to the foundation. His mom cried, his dad turned 50 shades of red, and Trevor got grounded for weeks. Life. Ruined. Eventually, he figured out it had to be us. At first, he thought we'd actually called the foundation. When we confessed we'd faked the whole thing, the principal got involved, his parents got involved, and we got 1 day of detention. 1 day. For flipping Trevor's world upside down with a handful of free condoms and some photocopied pamphlets. Worth every second.